everyone, and welcome to Day 1 of Zelda Week. Today, I'll be ranking all the champions, excluding Link, from worst to best. Now, for those of you who don't know what Zelda Week is, you might be going, what's this? Well, let me break it down for you. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity comes out on November 20th, and this video is posted on November 13th. So, for the next 7 days, I'll be posting 2 videos a day. The first one will be a Zelda-related video, like this one, that will probably have something to do with Breath of the Wild or Zelda in general. The second video will be a new episode in my Breath of the Wild Let's Play series. That means Zelda Week will end on November 19th, the day before Hyrule Warriors comes out, and if everything goes smoothly, Part 1 of my Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity Let's Play should go out on November 20th. That means during the next week, 14 videos will go up, 15 if you count Part 1 of Age of Calamity. So, I would really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed, as I worked really hard on all my videos. That's the last time I'll explain Zelda Week to you, so you better not ask again. Also, I have some spoilers for Breath of the Wild in this video, but I'll talk more about that later. Now, onto the video.
Welcome, warriors!
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite Zelda games. Heck, it's one of my favorite games. I'm even doing a playthrough of it, which you should totally check out. And one of the new things this game added, and more specifically, some of the new characters this game added, were the champions. The champions were tasked to assist Link and make sure that he gets to Ganon with the Master Sword so that he and Zelda can seal Ganon away. Each champion also has their very cool Divine Beast, and they're really cool, but I won't be ranking the Divine Beasts today. Today, I'm going to give you what I think the order of the champions is, in order of worst to best. I also rewatched all the memories for this ranking, so I have it fresh in my mind. Now, Link won't be on the list, even though he is technically a champion. If he was on the list, though, he'd be in last, because he doesn't talk or really have any character. You can find some of it here and there, but for the most part, he's just the silent protagonist that we can all relate to. And also, this is my personal list. I already know a lot of what I'm going to say is going to be controversial, but it is my opinion, so you have to respect that. And finally, I'll be giving you one last spoiler warning before we start. If you haven't played the game, I would recommend adding this video to your watch later. If you're watching along with my Let's Play of the game, which again, you should totally check out, we actually haven't met any of the champions yet, so you should hold off until I get there, if you're, watching along. And with that, here is my least favorite champion.
Let's go, little guy! Now! Open up wide, Ganon!
A 100 years in the making. Hold on, princess. Our moment has arrived.
As Urbosa is a lot of people's favorites. But you have to remember, I love all the champions, even Link, and I'm putting them in the order I like them the most. So, I like Urbosa, I just don't feel she's the best. I do really like her, though, a lot more than Daruk. I feel her entire backstory of knowing Zelda's mother and seeing a piece of her best friend in Zelda is kinda tragic. Which is why, and if you've played the Champions Ballad you would know this, that Urbosa calls Zelda her little bird, because that's what Zelda's mother called Zelda when she was still alive. Urbosa acts like a mother figure to Zelda, and I don't think it's because Zelda's mother asked her to do it before she passed away. I just think that Urbosa felt that it was her responsibility to look after Zelda, once her mother passed away, of course. She's also probably the only character who truly understands what Zelda's going through, and not, she's not able to harness her powers, even though she is trying hard enough already. I also love Urbosa, because she's such a warrior, and out of the 4 champions, I'd argue that she cares about her home village the most. The other 3 are basically guardians of their hometown, with Mipha being the literal princess of hers, but I do feel Urbosa would do anything to protect Gerudo Town. And she also is probably the character who hates Ganon the most. Maybe behind Zelda and Link, but you could honestly make an argument that Urbosa hates Ganon more than them. She literally has a line where she's happy that she gets to take Ganon's defeat personally.
It was written that Calamity Ganon once adopted the form of a Gerudo. And that will make this victory all the more satisfying. I like that. Now I can take this personally.
All in all, Urbosa's such a cool character, but definitely not my favorite. And once I reveal the next character, you will know the entire list, so please, don't get triggered.
Now my moment has finally come. Brace yourself, Ganon, for the sting of my revenge!
Yep, that's it. But first, let's talk about why Revali is my second favorite champion. A lot of people may think that Revali is a jerk who doesn't care at all about other people. That isn't true because of one main reason. The only times we see Revali in the game is through Link's point of view. And we know that Revali famously hates Link. But from the few times we see Revali not absolutely dunking on Link,
I mean, it's just asinine.
we see that he genuinely cares about other people. When Zelda comes off of Lanayru Mountain, just before the calamity starts, we see Revali shows genuine concern for whether Princess Zelda had actually harnessed her powers or not.
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
So the whole Revali's a jerk thing can be thrown out the window. He's only a jerk to Link. But speaking of being a jerk to Link, that's one of the reasons I love his character so much. He hates Link, not because he hates his personality or looks or any of the sort, but because he's jealous. Revali literally says,
Yet despite these truths, it seems that I've been tapped to merely assist you. All because you happen to have that little darkness-sealing sword on your back.
he was the star warrior of his town, and it's new for him to have his role being helping out the hero instead of being the hero himself. But I love his arc, because once you free him from the Divine Beast, he's actually okay with you helping him. It's a really nice arc. But putting the whole Revali-Link drama aside, I love Revali because he works so hard. The Champions Ballad was used to give the champions more of a personality, and it did that terrifically for Revali. Before the ballad, Revali was a cocky, hot-headed bird who was mad at Link for having the Master Sword. But when watching the Champions Ballad cutscene, we saw Revali training, but he failed. While training, he messed up when trying to fly. And what did he do? Did he give up and head home because it's too hard? No, he got back up and told himself,
Not enough. I must stay in the eye of the whirlwind. Must push myself harder.
Revali just wants to prove himself to his village, and really to all of Hyrule. He's such a complicated character and is my second favorite champion. And now on to my favorite, which, if you played the game, you already know who it is.
This will be our final opportunity. We will not fail.
And a lot of you might be saying, why was Urbosa only third? Or, you put Mipha in first, but she's so boring. Well, let me remind you that this is my list and indeed is my opinion. So take a chill pill. But even if this is my opinion, I can say without a doubt, Mipha is the best champion. I will fight you. If you don't think, I will fight you. I mean, have you seen the Champions Ballad final cutscene?
What's with the glum face, Princess? Give me a big smile.
She literally does a little sidestep because she realizes she's too far away from Link. Here, I'll play it again. She is so precious. We must defend her at all costs. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Why exactly is Mipha my favorite champion? Well, because out of the 4 champions, she has the most feeling. Mipha is the princess of the Zora and is tasked with being one of the 4 champions. But when she asks who the other champions are, Link, her oldest friend, is one of them. Mipha had known Link ever since they were children, and over time she developed a bit of a crush on the Hylian. But once Link was discovered to be the chosen hero, the one who would seal the darkness, the two met less and less. But one day, when Link came over for a visit to Zora's domain as a young adult, there was a Lynel terrorizing the domain. Together, Mipha and Link took down the Lynel. It was at this moment Mipha truly fell in love with Link. After seeing him in combat, and though don't quote me on this, I believe Link saved Mipha's life, the Zora fell in love. However, the task at hand was much more important than time for love, as both Mipha and Link were given the title of champions. and had to protect Hyrule. I thought I'd tell everyone that just for context, because boy, that's sad. There is no doubt Link and Mipha would marry each other if they weren't both Dawn champions, and I think the love is one-sided. But that's only the first reason I love Mipha so much. I can only imagine how happy Mipha felt 100 years after the calamity, because that is when she gets to see Link again. After a century, she had died and was trapped inside Vah Ruta, and had just about given up. But then Link came, her true love, the person she had crafted the Zora armor for. She got to see him one last time. How nice is that? Finally, I would like to talk about Mipha's Champion's Ballad memory. In this memory, we see Mipha talking to Zelda and then helping a small child up a waterfall. Cute, right? Well, it's until you learn that the child in the cutscene is actually Mipha's baby brother, Sidon, who we see later in the game as an adult. I've seen others push this memory off as insignificant, saying that all that adds to Mipha's character is that she is good with children. But we see that when Mipha's talking to her younger brother, she's talking from the heart. Mipha knows she's going to have to fight Ganon soon and that she may not make it out alive. So we see here that she talks to her little brother, telling him that he has to be prepared when she's gone. And also, can we take a second to talk about how cute Baby Sidon is? He's like my favorite character in the game. I love him. Now, this video kind of turned from my ranking of the champions to just praising Mipha, so let's summarize why she's my favorite. She deeply cares about others, such as Link, Sidon, and although I didn't touch on it, her father. She is also loving and kind, though is also a really cool warrior. And also, I am a Miph Link stripper all the way. Come on, Nintendo. If Mipha and Link don't kiss in Age of Calamity, I will, I don't know, like, kick a baby or something. The Mipha segment got a little long. I don't blame you if you skip some of it. But she was my favorite, so it made sense that I talked about her the most. Like my Smash Brothers video, if you have played the game and want to share a list of your own, I'd totally love to hear them. I have another video going up today at 6:15 Eastern Standard Time, and it will be part 12 of my Breath of the Wild Let's Play. I hope you enjoyed the first day of Zelda Week, and I'll see you all in a couple of hours for another video. Bye-bye.